You know, in dealing with a debate, one of the most important things you can do is have a good closing. I gave it a lot of thought, and I wanted to leave you at least thinking objectively, as I've stated throughout the evening. And I spent a lot of time, and I intentionally left my closing blank for much of the preparation of this debate. And in doing the research, I watched a few other debates online, and something hit me that was just really powerful, and I'm not sure if it's good debate etiquette or not, but I've got to quote Dan Barker in his debate with Mr. Kyle Budd. He said that, first of all, he quoted Jesus and said that Jesus said only the sick need help or should seek healing. And then Dan said that Christians view themselves as sick, as sinners. They need to be fixed. And he turned to his opponent and he said, what would feel better to you, being in prison and then just being released, or being let go for the fact that you were found innocent of the crime in the first place? And that leaves you something to think about. Atheists don't see ourselves as sick or in need of exoneration. We don't feel guilty that we are just innately bad or needing healing. We don't see ourselves that way. We're not sick. We don't need to be fixed. We're free, and we're free thinkers, and it is a beautiful way of life. Another one I must quote is a famous website and YouTube video. You may have seen it or heard it. It's called WhyWon'tGodHealAmputees.com. And he has a series of 10 questions that he poses in the video that are very powerful. And he comes up basically with the Christian answer of each one of these 10 difficult questions, some of which we've raised tonight. And again, you hear a lot of the answers are, you need faith, you have to believe that the Bible is the Word of God, and if you have faith, and it always comes back to having faith and trusting that the Bible is the one true Word of God. But when you go back and ask those questions again, applying the answer that there is no God, it suddenly makes a lot more sense. You don't have to make excuses. It makes a lot more sense. Basic questions of faith, like, why doesn't God come to the rescue of people being abused? Well, because there is no God, and the prayers that are answered are a coincidence. Why are so many innocent people killed in the Bible? Because there is no God, and the Bible was written by archaic men that were trying to figure out philosophy and psychology and understand what was happening around them. Why does the Bible contain so much anti-science or so many scientific contradictions, such as having 3 evenings and mornings before a sun was ever created, or talking animals and things like this that we know can't happen today? Again, it's because there is no God, and the Bible was written by archaic men with fantasies. And why do bad things happen to good people? Because there's no God that exists. And bad things happen at the same statistical rates to everyone, regardless of your religion. All of these answers are because the God of the Bible does not exist. And at very best, the fact that we're even debating it today means that my opponent does not know the God of the Bible exists. He hopes the God of the Bible exists. At the very best, he can have faith, not knowledge. Thank you, and thanks for coming tonight.
Now the part that I've been looking forward to the whole time, and that is David and Michael going to Indian leg wrestling right up here. In all seriousness, we're thankful that you've come out tonight. I hope this has been helpful to you. We appreciate both David and Michael, the preparation that they've done, the presentations that they've made, and perhaps we can do something like this again at another time. Appreciate your presence. Have you a wonderful evening, and thank you for coming.